Johnson & Johnson's baby shampoo has long been one of the company's signature products, but now it is being boycotted by a coalition of health groups. That's because it contains trace amounts of some cancer-causing chemicals. Johnson & Johnson says it is phasing them out, but critics say it can and should be done faster.
Johnson & Johnson admits our baby products contain cancer-causing formaldehyde. This is an article from Health News. So if you're using this popular but cancer-causing Johnson & Johnson shampoo, it's got formaldehyde. In the States, this ingredient of formaldehyde is in the shampoo. And for the past 2 years, health and environmental groups have been urging Johnson & Johnson to remove 2 potentially cancer-causing chemicals from its baby shampoo. One of them is the Quaternium 15, which releases formaldehyde, a skin, eye, and respiratory irritant, and a known carcinogen. Formaldehyde exposure has been associated with leukemia specifically. We also know that formaldehyde is used on new clothing to keep it from wrinkling. That is also carcinogenic. We have to wash our clothes properly after buying them before we wear them with that formaldehyde starchy material on it. So the North American Contact Dermatitis Group considered Quaternium 15 to be among the most clinically significant contact allergens in children. The other is 1.4 dioxane, and it is a likely carcinogen and is present in the Johnson & Johnson baby shampoo, oatmeal baby wash, moisture care baby wash, and Aveeno baby soothing relief creamy wash.
On Monday, a St. Louis jury ordered Johnson & Johnson to pay $72 million to the family deceased plaintiff Jacqueline Fox, who alleged the company's talc-containing products contributed to the development of her ovarian cancer. Fox died at age 62 just before the trial began. She had been using Johnson's baby powder and shower-to-shower body powder for feminine hygiene for more than 35 years. Shower-to-shower in particular was marketed by Johnson & Johnson for feminine hygiene with the memorable slogan "Just a sprinkle a day helps keep odor away." When the company introduced the slogan in the 80s, there was already a decade-old published research linking talc to an increased risk for ovarian cancer, including one study where a majority of ovarian tumors had particles of talc embedded in them. Bloomberg reports that J&J is facing about 1,200 suits claiming studies have linked its Johnson's baby powder and its shower-to-shower product to ovarian cancer. Women contend the company knew of the risk and failed to warn customers. The St. Louis jury found Johnson & Johnson guilty of negligence, conspiracy and fraud. Ted G. Meadows, a principal with Beasley Allen and plaintiff's attorney, said, "Jacqueline Fox was an incredible lady whose life was cut far too short by the callous decisions by the bosses at Johnson & Johnson." Inside J&J, folks have known for decades, literally decades, that the talc contained in its products could cause cancer. Instead of warning customers, J&J executives made the deliberate decision to hide the risk and keep on selling. The internal documents tell a horrifying and infuriating story of corporate greed and indifference to human life. We are honored to represent the family of Miss Fox and to bring to light the misdeeds of this company. According to Bloomberg, the jury agreed with this assessment. The jury foreman, Krista Smith, called the company's internal documents decisive for jurors, who reached the verdict after 4 hours of deliberations. "It was really clear they were hiding something," said Smith, 39, of St. Louis. "All they had to do was put a warning label on." The company also could have switched to the safer alternative of cornstarch, which in 1999 the American Cancer Society advised women use for feminine hygiene. This is the first time a jury has ordered Johnson & Johnson to pay damages over these claims, but it is not the first time that the company has been found guilty. J&J was found liable in a 2013 product liability lawsuit in South Dakota, where a jury found in favor of plaintiff Dean Berg that Johnson & Johnson did not adequately warn consumers of the link between talc and ovarian cancer. Even after this litigation, the company refused to add warning labels to its products. Bloomberg reports that baby powder is estimated to be an $18.8 million market in the U.S., according to the statistic Brain Research Group. About 19% of U.S. households use J&J's brand, according to another research group, Statista. Yesterday's verdict includes $10 million in actual damages and $62 million in punitive damages to the family of Jacqueline Fox. A Missouri jury has awarded $72 million to the family of a woman who died from ovarian cancer, which she said was caused by using Johnson & Johnson's baby powder and other products containing talcum. The civil suit by Jackie Fox of Birmingham, Alabama, was part of a broader claim in the City of St. Louis Circuit Court involving nearly 60 people. Her son took over as plaintiff following his mother's October 2015 death at 62, more than 2 years after her diagnosis. Marvin Salter of Jacksonville, Florida, said his late mother, who was a foster parent, used the brand of talcum powder as a bathroom staple for decades. "It just became second nature, like brushing your teeth," he said. "It's a household name." An attorney for Fox said the jury verdict Monday night, which came after nearly 5 hours of deliberations at the conclusion of a 3-week trial, was the first such case among more than 1,000 nationally to result in a jury's monetary award. The jury said that Fox was entitled to $10 million in actual damages and $62 million in punitive damages. Attorney James Onder said he absolutely expects Johnson & Johnson, the world's biggest maker of healthcare products, to appeal the verdict. The New Jersey-based company previously has been targeted by health and consumer groups over possibly harmful ingredients in items including in its Johnson's No More Tears baby shampoo. In May 2009, a coalition of groups called the Campaign for Safe Cosmetics began pushing Johnson & Johnson to eliminate questionable ingredients from its baby and adult personal care products. After 3 years of petitions, negative publicity and a boycott threat, the company agreed in 2012 to eliminate the ingredients 1,4-dioxane formaldehyde, both considered probable human carcinogens, from all products by 2015. Spokeswoman Carol Goodrich said that the company was considering its next legal move. In a written statement, she said the verdict goes against decades of sound science proving the safety of talc as a cosmetic ingredient in multiple products, citing supportive research by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration and National Cancer Institute. In the trial, Fox's attorneys introduced into evidence a September 1997 internal memo from a Johnson & Johnson medical consultant suggesting that anybody who denies there risks between hygienic talc use and ovarian cancer would be publicly perceived in the same light as those who denied a link between smoking cigarettes and cancer, denying the obvious in the face of all evidence to the contrary. Talc is a naturally occurring mineral, mined from the soil and composed of magnesium, silicon, oxygen, and hydrogen. It is widely used in cosmetics and personal care products, such as talcum powder, to absorb moisture, prevent caking and improve the product's feel. Nora Freeman-Instrom, a Stanford University law professor not involved in the Missouri case, said it was unlikely the $72 million award would survive, noting that the U.S. Supreme Court, in a recent series of rulings, has maintained that appeal courts clamp down on punitive damages. Big jury verdicts do tend to be reined in during the course of the appellate process, and I expect that to be the case here, she told Associated Press. Monday's verdict doesn't bode well for Johnson & Johnson as it faces at least 1,200 still pending lawsuits and possibly thousands more, she said. This case clearly was a bellwether, and clearly the jury has seen the evidence and found it compelling, she said, concluding the jury was distressed by the company's conduct.